All right, Lake of the Ozarks, it's William Holtz with Lake TV. And a ton of people grow up always saying, I want a pony or I want a horse. And no one really thinks about how much work goes into taking care of a horse. From feeding to making sure it's healthy to training and housing. There's a lot that goes into it. And so many people end up letting their horse go by the wayside and leave it out for dead even sometimes. And on this month's edition of the Nonprofit of the Month presented by Hy-Vee, we're going to introduce you to the Forget-Me-Not Horse Rescue and Sanctuary right here in Lynn Creek, one of the coolest organizations that's giving horses a second chance, not just at life, but adoption, training, medication, and hospitalization, and doctoring them back to health. I'm so excited for you guys to get to talk with Donna Ogle, the facility manager. All right, now we're inside with Donna Ogle, who's the facility manager here at Forget-Me-Not Horse Rescue and Sanctuary. Donna, and I understand that this has been 10 years for you since you jumped on board and have been with the organization.
Absolutely. I met Connie in 2004, and she already had been taking in rescue horses at that time. And I was part of a volunteer. We sponsored a horse and I had adopted a few horses for her. In 2011, I went on an actual rescue with her. Which was a life-changing event for me. The condition of the horses in our backyard, it was detrimental, I guess. Yeah. From that point on, I did the 501c3. We started doing fundraisers and a lot of community awareness of what we do.
When you talk about community awareness, people may be watching and wondering, so what exactly does the Forget-Me-Not Horse Rescue and Sanctuary do? So what would you tell us?
Okay, well, we take in abandoned, abused, and neglected and surrendered horses. Anything from somebody passing away and leaving their horse uncared for, to people getting sick and not being able to care for their horses that they've had for a long time. People who are neglecting their horses, not feeding their horses. We work with the Animal Rescue, Camden County Sheriff's Office, as well as other counties surrounding us.
This incredible facility is fairly new. Tell us the story behind this.
Well, when we started in 2011, we started our Facebook page, community awareness, fundraising, and we had a donor that kind of was silent. He donated a little bit here and there, and as we grew, there were bigger projects that he wanted us to pursue. He came to us about a year and a half ago and wanted to build us a barn. Well, at that point, you know, I just let my dreams fall through on paper, and this is kind of what I envisioned, a facility not only for the horse rescue but for the community awareness, getting involvement, activities for kids. It's just an amazing facility.
And what is this called? Because I understand that this has got its own name.
Yes, so we call this the Unbridled Equestrian Center.
And I see behind us, I've got the dirt out there. You told me you've got the horse trainer, kind of what you guys call the horse whisperer. Yes. I want to go out there and get on the dirt so we can find out more about this incredible organization.
All right. Okay, now we're out here in our indoor arena. We've got stalls for horses along the side. They're just day turnout stalls. Our indoor arena with our sand, and then we've got our regular stalls and our east wing, which houses our rescue horses and some boarded horses.
And what is this guy over here, the cowboy? It looks like he knows what he's doing. What's this guy in the cowboy hat doing?
That is Chad Johnson. He is our trainer. He comes up and rides out the horses that are available for adoption. He evaluates them all, makes sure they're sound, and then does a lot of training, puts a lot of hours on them to make sure that the ones that are adoptable can find good homes and will stay in those good homes.
Well, that's incredible. And this place is big, but I understand you guys have a ton more horses than we see. How many horses do you currently have?
Currently, we have 191 horses that we care for. About 50 of them are in foster homes. We don't have enough good foster homes in our area, but those are people who have the space and the time to take care of maybe 2, maybe 7. We've got one gal that's got 11 that takes care of them.
And I also understand you were telling me before we started about this incredible new 501c for at-risk youth. Talk to us about that.
Okay, so the Hope Rides On program is a mentorship, horsemanship program for local at-risk kids. Some are through the school program and some are through social services.
Yeah. And how long has that program been around?
Well, I just started it. We just went through our first 6-week session.
Wow, and how'd that go?
Well, we've got 2 weeks left on that. So far, it's been very successful. We've had a lot of good things, good comments, good feedback. So we're really excited to build it and continue it on.
That's awesome. And so I see some horses in here, but you said 191. Are there some horses that I can get up close and personal with?
Absolutely.
Let's head down to, you said the stables.
East wing, yep,
the
right over here.
East wing's this way, and we're going to get to go over and actually see some of these guys and gals. Okay, so now this is the incredible horse Benny that's actually featured on the front of the pamphlet, correct?
Correct.
So tell us about Benny's story.
So Benny is 2 years old now. He came to us when he was just a baby. He was born with a defect. It's called Raynaud's syndrome, which one whole side of his lungs was totally obstructed. So we consulted with the university, and when he was 1 year old, a year ago, July 1st, he underwent his first surgery. They took a rib out of him, created a septum, broke his jaw so his teeth are straight, and removed the obstruction. So right now he does have 100% capacity out of both lungs.
It's incredible. And so that's just one of the many success stories here at the Forget Me Not Horse Rescue and Sanctuary. And one thing we didn't cover was where you guys are located.
We are located in Lynn Creek. 981 Heritage Road is the address.
And how many acres is this facility?
We've got 133 acres here.
It's amazing. All right, so now that we've seen so many of the facilities from the different pastures and some of the barns and the stables, I wanted to ask you about what the biggest need your guys' organization has right now.
Right now our biggest needs are volunteers to help take care of the horses, and actually the donations to be able to feed the horses.
And so if somebody's out there and they're interested in volunteering, how does that process work and how can they plug in?
They can visit our website at MissouriForgetMeNot.org, or we are on Facebook, Missouri Forget Me Not as well, or you can come visit our facility.
Okay, and you talked about funding. Now, when you're talking about 130 plus horses here, plus you've got your horses that are being fostered, you got to house them, you got to clean up after them, you got to get them fixed if they're sick, you got to give them food. So what would be the fundraising needs that you guys have, or kind of walk us through how you guys get your funding?
Well, our donations, general fundraising, we have events throughout the year that we raise money, and then right now we're trying to find enough sponsors for each horse to sponsor the horse. It's a $200 a month commitment that you can make to one horse. You're welcome to come out and brush and spend as much time with that horse as you want. We've got a lot to choose from.
That's awesome. And now I know you guys are seeing this and you're as blown away as we are. And you were talking to me that you guys can actually come out to the facility on certain days. And then if you want a tour, you can always call and schedule that. Talk to us about that process.
Okay, so our facility is open on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays to the public. We're closed on Tuesday and Thursday for private lessons and the Hope Rides On programs. And then you can call ahead of time and we can pre-arrange tours for you, which take about an hour, hour and a half to see the whole facility and all of the land.
So just amazing, this incredible nonprofit organization on July's Nonprofit of the Month right here on Lake TV, presented by Hy-Vee. And I'm here with my good buddy, Icy now, and she's just hanging out, but she is one of the many horses that has been adopted over the years right out here. As Donna told you, you can check them out on Facebook, you can check them out online, but I'm urging you guys, find out how you can come volunteer and help them out, or if you're able, make sure you guys make a contribution financially, not just through the fundraisers, but just come out and talk with them, because they'd love for your support, whether it's volunteer, whether it's donation, or just spreading the word around the community. For Lake TV, I'm William Holtz. We'll see you guys next month.